Hi, everyone. I hope you all are having a nice day. My name is Maxine, and I'm a senior consultant here at Think Global Recruitment. I work remotely from Cape Town, the lovely sunny Cape Town at the moment. And I have over 8 years of recruitment experience, particularly in the finance and accountancy space. I've had the amazing pleasure to assist many accountants move from all over the world to all over the world. Currently, my specialism is still a little bit of external audit, but internal audit, IT audit, risk, and cybersecurity. We also cover corporate finance, tax, and then some really cool roles in actuaries, insolvency. The sky's literally a limit. If you're a qualified accountant, we can help you make an amazing international move. So, what will we be covering today? So, creating a CV which will help you stand out in the international market can be tricky. So, today I'll be sharing what your CV should look like, what it shouldn't look like, examples of what employers would look for or recruiters when they look at your CV, and then, of course, what will help you stand out above all other applicants. And of course, I'm also going to be here to cover any questions that you might have. So please, as we go, pop your questions in the Q&A and I will cover hopefully all of them at the end. So we're all about improving lives. If you're new here, you'll know that this is exactly what we stand for. This presentation it's all about you and how we can help you. And this presentation also is us giving something back. We are passionate about helping people like yourself move, well, make amazing career moves across the globe. And today I will be helping you craft a powerful CV that will help you stand out in the international job market, that will help you secure an interview, and ultimately help you make an amazing international career move. We've assisted over 2,000 professionals to move over to 63 different countries to over 128 different companies. Here you can see a couple of awesome, very well-known names that we've assisted all over the world. So I, for example, look at hundreds of CVs and LinkedIn profiles per month. You literally only have 7 seconds to make a good first impression. So make it count. Put yourself in the reader's seat. Make it easy for them to see and say, yes, 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 you're a good match for the job. Don't make somebody have to search for information on your CV or be very vague about it. So, what do we look for, or what do hiring managers look for, or any other recruiter? What's going to make us say, yes, 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 yes? Well, firstly, are you qualified? If you're not qualified, when will you be qualified? Most opportunities that we work are sponsored, well, they are sponsored opportunities. And in order for a company to sponsor you, you are going to have to be qualified. But if you are nearing qualification, like if you sat your exam in December and you're waiting results, or if you're busy, for example, with CIPSA and you know that you will be finished in March, we can still already meet you and start considering you for opportunities. Some employers will even offer you, but with the clause that this offer is based on you being qualified. Then we want to know where you're currently based. We want to know where do you work and what do you do, and detailed description of what you do. How long have you been at this company or in this specific role? What type of clients have you worked with? You don't have to name them, but industries would be key here. What reporting standards or experience of reporting standards do you have? These are nice transferable skills. Like if you've got IFRS, put IFRS on there. IFRS is very similar to UK GAAP, but also if you have experienced working with group audits or audits or clients with multiple subsidiaries all over the world and you've gained US GAAP or PCOB experience, put that in your CV. That is the type of stuff that we look for. Do you speak additional languages? Put that on there, like especially if you're applying for roles in Europe. This is key. And also put the level that you're at, like if you are busy learning Dutch and you're at the A2 level, put that in there. If you example in Namibia or even South Africa, I know some of our descendants come from the Netherlands, and some of us speak Dutch at home or even German. Put that in there. We're not going to know it if you don't put that in there. Then tips of what to include throughout your CV. So I've created a couple of tips that I think is really important for you. So keep it simple. And this goes without saying as well. Check and double check your CV for any, like it should be formatted correctly and professional. You should always proofread it to make sure that you haven't made any typos, because typos and grammatical errors are one of the biggest reasons or most common reasons of your profile or your application being rejected. There are many amazing tools available, but we like Grammarly. It is free. You download it and it sits literally wherever you go on your laptop or your desktop, from email, Word, even when you are busy with something on a web page, it literally pops up and it helps you. Use keywords and don't waffle. You can even use like bullet points to help you keep to the point. You can remove words that are not needed after you've written your first draft of the CV. However, detail is good. So don't miss the essential information. Don't try and put all of your info and experience on one page. Detail is good. Use a summary at the top. This is really going to help just give a quick overview of what's to come in your profile, and it's going to make the reader want to know more. Use headings. Use like nice, not paragraphs, but nice headings to say, okay, this is your experience, this is your qualifications, because it helps the reader navigate. Include dates. Don't just put let's say you started working as an audit senior at Deloitte. Don't just put date 2019 or something like that. Say January 2019 or whatever it may be, because it shows longevity. Include your achievements. This is your CV. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to get the reader's attention, but also to brag a little. Talk about what you've accomplished in your career so far. Now, let's talk about what your CV should not look like. Okay, so I put two examples here for you, and CVs that are too fancy for HR CRMs. Flashy colors, so it doesn't really scream professional. And this is definitely not what makes you stand out means. The second example that you can see here, it might look nice and very constructed, but it's super hard to navigate, though it is meant to be easy. Plus, there's not enough info at all as to what this person actually does here. Don't assume the reader knows, for what example, what an audit senior does. Yes, we know what an audit senior does, but we don't know what you do as an audit senior in your current role, in your current company. So put everything there that you are responsible for. So a good example of what CVs could potentially look like, you will see here we have the name and the qualification already. That looks great. And the little summary at the top. You can add the skills table, but it's not really necessary. Don't feel like, oh goodness, what am I going to put in there? This is ideal for like IT auditors or cybersecurity professionals, because you guys speak so many tech languages and you have dealt with so many different packages and softwares and everything like that. So this could be good for them. This person here, as you will see, the core competencies, you don't have to. This was just an example. If we look at the second one, this is great. Photo is always a great option. Here she put a name. It would have been great if this person put their qualification at the top, because really it's not nice to have to scroll down 8 pages to see if you're a qualified professional or not. Here again, she put a profile or a summary, and then she jumped right in with the experience. This is also amazing. Jump right in and get to it. Righty. Now, this is an example similar of what we like to use to help you stand out. When we represent you, we make 110% sure that your profile stands out. We tailor your application for each role that we apply for on your behalf. We're literally with you every step of the way. So here, as you can see, it's a full name and then a nice headline. Like, Are you a Big Four audit senior with banking experience coupled with IFRS and SOX? Like it just screams like, hey, look at me, I'm relevant for the role. So we like to put in here as well industry experience, languages, size of the team that you have supervised, and any other relevant key info that is ideal or not ideal, but when you look at the job description and you look at the CV, you're like, yes, 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 this is an exact match. And then, of course, you secure an interview. You can also include an overview of your appraisals and rates, like ratings. This is really good, specifically if you like a top performer or gold standard or exceeding expectations. Same going with your qualifications, your exams. Did you pass them first time? In university, did you are you a golden key member? All of these key things make you stand out. If we go on with this one, here you will see we put there where this person is based, their nationality, languages they speak, marital status, children. You know, it's not relevant for each role that you apply for, but it is in some countries. Like for Bermuda example, they want to see, okay, because it is so expensive to stay there, they want to see, okay, if they bring you on board, will your wife or husband or partner also potentially be able to secure employment so that you guys can live a happy life in paradise? Here is a detailed description of the qualification. So at the top, just to recap, it's your name and then just like CPA or ACA or ACCA. And now here you have the detailed description as well as the year of completion. Then you can go further on with all of your degrees, but please don't, your education part, don't put every single course that you've ever done via LinkedIn or Udemy or anything like that, every training that you've done with Deloitte or anything like that there. This is for your formal qualification. Your other courses that you've done, put that at the end of your CV. It's still nice to showcase it, but not under your education, your formal education, but because then your CV is going to be this long before we even reach your formal experience. And if we go here, this is even more. So here we showed, okay, the exact employer, the date, the job title, key duties, and then you go in a little bit more detail. Like at this client, what was your role? What was their turnover? It just shows that you've worked with large clients. And the cool thing about that is you're likely applying for an amazing role in London or in Sydney or in the Netherlands. Now, all those firms deal with massive clients. So they want to see, doesn't matter where you come from, have you worked with that volume? And that is ultimately, again, going to help you stand out even more. Achievements, again, they also make you stand out like nobody's business. So please think of what you've achieved in each role. Again, it could be great feedback from a good job, well done. It could be you simplified a system. You were on a first time audit. You know, think what you've gained, what your colleague, for example, hasn't. And I know a lot of our achievements are team based, especially in the beginning. Still mention them. This is a great opportunity for you to sell yourself before even sitting in front of your interviewer. And if we move over to additional facts, again, so yeah, you would have been able to put all of your additional courses. We also have your computer package experience, then any prizes that you've won. You know, this is really great extra info. Then any additional info like were you a treasurer, your volunteering experience. Companies love to see that. So again, no one-page CVs. Okay, this is very, very important. You need to tailor your CV. Don't make it just a one-size-fits-all. Sometimes a one-size-fits-all type of CV can work for a specific location. Like, for example, if you have pure financial services client exposure and you just want to go to Cayman or Bermuda or offshore UK because they only deal with those type of clients, then that's fine. Have it your one-size-fits-all type of CV that talks about your financial services exposure and send it through. But if it is for a role with varied industry exposure, maybe like in London, please tailor your CV because, again, it's going to make the recruiter or the reader or the hiring manager say, yes, 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 this person does have this experience. And if we go on, so I want to just stop a little bit at the professional summary. So start your CV with a bang by showcasing your knack for sniffing out financial discrepancies and your ability to turn, let's say, for example, if you're in audit, the audit nightmares into success stories. Remember, we're aiming for a summary that is punchy, professional, and that will really show, hey, this guy's amazing or this lady is amazing. I would love to have them on my team. The primary purpose is to quickly capture the attention of the hiring manager or the recruiter by highlighting your key qualifications, your years of experience, and then your career goals at the end. No need, again, for it to be a whole page long. This isn't a cover letter. This is a quick summary. So again, keep it simple. Check your grammar. Don't go waffling. It's never good to waffle, not even in your interview. So don't try and oversell yourself. Stick to the facts. Begin with a brief introduction that includes your professional title, years of experience, and industry experience or clients that you've worked with. I've got a couple of examples for you where I will pause a little bit. So I took a couple examples of different professions. You will see that I've got a senior finance professional here that worked with a big four firm. I've got an audit senior that hasn't been qualified yet at this time, just this person's short summary, then a financial analyst, and then I've got an IT audit one there for you. Just to show that it doesn't have to be super long. It just needs to be punchy, in your face, and make the reader want to know more. So yeah, that is it from my side. It feels like we went by so quickly, but I hope this helped you today. And our next webinar, so this is part of a series. So we're going to help you craft your CV, what your application should look like, how to apply for the roles, and then next step, what to pack when you go, what are the visa requirements. Just keep an eye out on our socials and also your email because we'll be sending you some nice invitations. But we also want to know, what do you want to know? What do you feel? You're sitting in your home country wanting to make an international move. What would be something that we can assist you with? Cool. So let's move over to the Q&A. I see there's a couple in here. Oh, sorry, I see the chat is disabled. Sorry, but the Q&A is working. Somebody put here, hello from South Africa. Hello, fellow South African. I want to know the requisite for to work in Austria. Okay, so in Austria, Austria with other European locations, if you have a couple of ways in. If you have a European passport, that could be your ticket in. If you speak a language, that could also be your ticket in. So could you, I can't see who asked this question, but could you please share your CV with us? It is at, oh, well, you can just contact us at mail@thinkgr.com and we will see what you are currently doing. And then, of course, we'll be able to guide you. So we've got another question here that says, are any managerial position in the auditing sector in Australia and Luxembourg? For sure. So we currently have audit manager opportunities available in Australia and in Luxembourg. Yes, we do. So please head over to our website. That is www.thinkgr.com. You will see an array of amazing, exciting opportunities available. But when you register with us and you tell us, okay, cool, I'm looking for audit manager role in these locations, we will match your profile to current opportunities available now, but also the process will continue until we find you an amazing opportunity. Do you help for relocation? What's the next question? Now, I'm not sure what this question means, so we don't help you with relocation. If it means that we work sponsored opportunities that will help you with relocation, yes, we do. We only work with with companies seeking professionals coming in internationally, and the firms are very supportive. So they will help you with your visa, and some firms even help you with the relocation costs. So that will include like flights or any other costs that you occur on this side getting your visa docs ready. Then somebody asked me here, how do I get connected to a placement agent who can connect me for job opening overseas? Great. So in the chat here, I will just add our emails at ngr.com. You can reach out to mail, or you can even reach out to me, and then I can, sorry, ADD. I can see what it is that you do currently, and I'll be able to connect you with the relevant consultant looking after your specialism. But yes, we can definitely help you. I will also put our website in here for you. So you can go and have a look at our opportunities already on the website and apply via there as well. Do you assist the candidates from AGSA? So this is going to depend, again, AGSA, could you also please reach out to me directly with your profile, and I will set up a call with you and find out how we can assist you. There's a question here that says, how does one condense a CV without without taking out crucial information and still having success with an interview? Okay, again, look at the job that you're applying for or want to apply for and see what are the key responsibilities that that job requires you to have. And then match that to your experience, mentioning, let's say, IFRS, for example. You do your reporting in IFRS, already put that in. If you've been involved in an audit from planning to completion, put that in there. If you've been involved in group audits, and this role is also a role that's going to look after group audits, put that in. I know I'm speaking a lot towards audit, but I just thought that will make it easier for you. And I also saw that we have a lot of audit seniors joining us today. So yes, it goes without saying again, don't waffle, don't try and oversell yourself. Look at the job and then see how your experience matches what they are looking for and put that in there. And also when we meet with you, we ask you a bunch of questions about your experience and also your aspirations. And we know what key factors for a specific role that we have in mind for you or that you applied for would require you to have. And that's also why we tailor your application for each role that we apply for to make sure that it's relevant and on point. There's a question here that says, what is your average time span for an international recruitment process? So from the day that you meet us up until when you can start expecting interviews can take anything from a day to 2 weeks. No worry, we'll never call you and say, hey, they want to meet you tomorrow. There'll always be enough time for you to prepare and for us to help you prepare. And then if we look at visas, some countries are different. But if we're looking at countries like Australia or the UK or offshore UK, even Europe, the visa process can take anything from 8 to 12 weeks. I did, however, see the immigration for the UK currently has a little delay, but that's normal for this time of year. It's then just delayed by 2 or 3 weeks. But in average, let's say you have a notice period of 3 months plus, let's say, the 12-week visa process, you are likely to make a move in 4 months. Of course, the employers would want you on board ASAP. Some even consider you starting remotely. And that's really cool because you can get all of the onboarding and everything done before you physically move to an amazing new country. Then there's a question here that says, do you have a standard CV template that can assist as a guide? Well, That's actually a good question. What I can do is I will speak to our directors, and then everybody that attended here today, I will share, those the good CV options. I will share that with you guys, and we will share a CV template with you as a guide. Then we have a question here that says, do you have to speak French or German to work in Europe? Well, it will depend on the location. Some firms or some locations, depending on what clients they have, would require you to speak an additional language. But we have had opportunity to assist firms in Luxembourg. English only was great. That was actually for their asset management team, and their clients was English speaking only. So when you are in the new location, it's always great then to learn a new language because you're going to hear it on the streets. But for some locations, it isn't a requirement. Like for Netherlands example, opportunities, for example, in Amsterdam or Rotterdam, English only is great. For Belgium, okay, yes, French or German or Dutch would be a requirement for Belgium, and the same as with Germany. But if you're an English speaking only individual looking to go to Europe, let's see how we can help you. There is light. There's a question here that says, how can we make sure that applications are processed by firms' application systems? I found myself having the experience required, and I tailor my CVs, but just receiving rejection letters again. So the first example that I showed you that was so flashy and it looked fancy, but it wasn't fancy. Keep it simple. I've had it also with so many people say that they crafted their CV and then when they upload it onto the system, they just have to put in all of the information again. And I know that's super frustrating. When you tailor your application, again, look at the job description, find keywords that they used in the CV or in the job requirement, and then you add that in yours as well. And you will also find, again, if you have more of a generic CV, like audit senior, for example, and you just put a couple of duties that you do, not detailed, okay, exactly step by step by step by step what you do, they also reject your profile. And if you don't, let's say, if the job request talks about, let's say, asset management and you don't have asset management mentioned, it gets rejected. These systems are put in place to make things easier, but I feel your pain. It sometimes makes it just harder. Some of the firms that we work with, we also have to put your profile onto a system. But the benefit that we have is we speak to a human on the other side as well. So the moment we upload your CV, we highlight that, hey, we've uploaded this CV for this role, and then we can at least get you some feedback. Then there's a question here, can you review the CV and suggest the required changes? Well, when you register with us, we advise what additional information you can share with us so that we can create the perfect CV for you. We don't have a service that will be able to say, okay, yes, this is what your CV should look like or not, or should not look like. We simply just won't have the time. But if you register with us, of course, you'll be our main priority and we will be able to tailor your CV for each application that we make for you. There's a question here that says, do you assist with CV tailoring? If there is an international job I'm interested in that's not on your website. So if you are interested, not all of our jobs are always on the website, I might add. And the market just changes and it just goes so quickly. That's why we are in constant contact with the partners that we work with. And also that is no limitation to you. If you say, hey, I want to go to Sydney, and currently there are no opportunities advertised for Sydney, rest assured, we will still make sure that your profile gets seen and noticed and that you secure an interview if that company or any company has an opportunity available in Sydney, for example. And the process is also ongoing until you find an amazing opportunity. And yes, again, we do the tailoring for you. We let you know what information are we going to need in order to stand out for that specific role? Whether the opportunity or a opportunity is on our website or not, we'll help you find an opportunity in that specific location. There's a question here that says how much time it takes to secure an interview. Now, this can depend on many factors. It could depend on if this certain location is currently in busy season, because that is a big delay. It could be the economy, it could be the market, it could literally be anything. But typically, usually anything from 1 to 2 weeks up to a month it takes to secure an interview. And having said that, some firms' processes are also much longer than others. So sometimes it can be a one and done interview and you've got an offer. Sometimes it's a 2-stage process, 3-stage with the psychometrics. And there's even firms that have like a 4 or 5-step process with presentation. So don't let that scare you off. Again, we are here to guide you and say, this is the next step. This is what you to look out for. This is what to prepare on. There's a question here that says, for audit roles, is it still strictly 3 years experience needed or even less for you to get roles? So unfortunately, for an audit role, you are going to need at least 3 years of experience, sometimes even 4 years of experience. So in order for you to be considered for international opportunities, you're going to need at least 3 years of experience. Then the last question here, do you have someone that can help review and rebuild my CV? Do you provide this as a service? Unfortunately, we do not provide this as a service, but go and have a look. Like if you don't register with us or don't want to register with us, there are many excellent examples on Google. There are also like ChatGPT, Ask ChatGPT. You can literally prompt it to say, for example, I'm an audit senior wanting to apply for an audit senior role with EY in London. Help me tailor my CV. So you can even input the current information that you have on your CV in there, and it will help make it nice and structure it. But the best thing is to use us. We're a recruiter that have your best interests at heart, that will help you tailor your CV to help you stand out. Remember, if you register with an agency that specializes in finance and accountancy, that knows the market and knows what you are looking for, you don't have to think, oh goodness, let me go and apply for 6,000 jobs. We do that for you. And it will be relevant and it will be exciting, and you'll have us in your corner every step of the way. Alrighty, guys. Oh, wait, another question pop up. Do you help in securing overseas opportunities? How do our services work? Yes, we do. We help you secure overseas opportunities. Our services to you are 100% free. What we need from your side is cooperation and, of course, honesty. But you meet with us, you apply to one of our opportunities, or you reach out to us, we meet you, we discuss your experience and what you are looking for. We discuss current opportunities available in the market. Then the application process starts. Again, we tailor your application, make sure that it's relevant. We exhaust the location that you're interested in. If you're interested in an additional location, we'll move over to that. Once you secure an interview, we help you with information to help you prepare. And we prepare you the day before your interview in form of a practice interview, because we got a very good idea of what questions to expect. Then we throughout the whole process, should you go to a second or third interview, again, we help you with that information. Once you secure an offer, you can be rest assured to sign your offer within 48 hours. I know 48 hours sounds like, what, 48 hours? But remember, we're going to help you with so many questions and information, or answer your questions and provide you with so much information. So by the time you get that offer, you'll know this is it. This is what I've been looking for. The salary, everything, all of the information will be shared prior to you even getting or thinking of an offer. So you can just close your eyes even and sign on the dotted line. then immigration process starts and the onboarding, but then we're still with you let's say whenever you need us, of course, but we're with you until you make a move, and then we're even here after you've made the move, making sure that you're happy in the new location and with the firm. There's a question here for audit roles. Is it still strictly, okay, we just answered this one. Sorry, I missed response to this one. Okay, somebody asked again, for audit, do you strictly need 3 years of experience needed? Even with less, you can get the roles. Okay, sorry. So for audit senior, you are going to need at least 3 years of experience to make a move. Sometimes even 3.5 or 4 years, but the minimum would definitely be 3 years, and you have to be qualified. Alrighty, guys, I've shared our links with you, and our email addresses and the link to our website. So please go and have a look. Our lovely lady, Nicole, she will be sharing an email after to hear what you guys thought. And if there's anything additionally we can help you with, please let her know. Other than that, I hope to be meeting every one of you or my team or our team as well to see how we can assist you to make an amazing international move. Have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining. All right.